AM1103D, we would like to present about the economy of Sri Lanka. Before that, I would like to introduce our group member, which is...
My name is Siti Hafizah.
My name is Waheeda.
My name is Ummu Kalsum.
My name is Siti Rumaisah.
And let's go check it out.
First of all is background of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is officially a democratic socialist republic of Sri Lanka, and it is the island country in South Asia. Furthermore, Sri Lanka is located in the Indian Ocean southwest of Bengal Bay and southeast of Arab Sea. The island is geographically separated by the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Strait of Indian subcontinent. Moreover, Sri Lanka's legislative capital is Sri Jayawardenepura Kotte, and the commercial capital suburb of Colombo is the largest city of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a rich cultural heritage, and Sri Lanka's first Buddhist writings is Pali Canon. From the ancient Silk Road to the modern maritime Silk Road, the geographical location and deep harbors made it of great strategic significance.
Next is inflation. Inflation can be defined as a persistent increase in the general price level over a long period of time. It is considered to be one of the most researched topics in economics. It is a key macroeconomics variable that has serious implications on growth and income distribution. High levels of inflation can have a series of adverse impacts on the standard of living of the people. It affects the consumption and saving patterns of households as well as investment decisions of business firms. It also affects the proper functioning of economic activities, leading to low level of economic growth and development. High inflation can also bring about negative social and political consequences. Diagrams show that Sri Lanka's inflation rate has been through the ringer. However, from around 7% in 2013 to a sudden slump to around 2% in 2015, with a rapid upturn and peak at 6.5% in 2017 again, it is expected to stabilize around the 4.9% mark over the next few years. The slump in 2015 is mainly due to the country amassing, which is soaring just as much as GDP. Sri Lanka has been spending so much money on developing its infrastructure, it needed help from the International Monetary Fund. Next is unemployment. Unemployment can be defined as a situation where labor force participants are available and willing to work but are unable to find a job. The diagram shows the unemployment rate in Sri Lanka has increased to 4.90% in the second quarter of 2019 from 4.70% in the first quarter of 2019. Unemployment rate in Sri Lanka averaged height of 16.60% in the second quarter of 1992 and a record low of 3.70% in the fourth quarter of 2013.
As a result of this effect, the economic growth and development of our country, the various macroeconomic policy by Sri Lanka government have been unable to achieve desired goal of price stability, reduction in employment and sustained economic growth. The fluctuation in the economy have confirmed the need to manage the economy effectively. Besides, it also gives a negative real interest rate. If interest rate on saving accounts are lower than inflation, people who rely on interest from their savings will be poorer. Real interest rate for millions of savers have been negative for at least 4 years. Next is business competitiveness. If one country has a much higher rate of inflation than others for a considerable period of time, this will make its export less price competitive in world markets. Eventually, this may show through in reduced export orders, lower profits and fewer jobs, and also in a worsening of a country's trade balance. A fall in export can trigger negative multiplier and accelerator effects on national income and employment. Other than that, income redistribution. One risk of higher inflation is that it has a regressive effect on lower income families and older people in society. This happens when price for food and domestic utilities such as water and heating rises at a rapid rate. Plus, there exists a mismatch on the labor market where the demand for educated labor is less than the supply of it. This is a practical fact since this mismatch is reflected in the high rate of unemployed educated youth. In other words, there are fewer jobs with educational requirements than the supply of educated workers. The logical outcome of this is unemployment.
The ways to overcome unemployment and inflation in Sri Lanka is monetary policy. Higher interest rates reduce demand in the economy, leading to lower economic growth and lower inflation. Second, control of money supply. Monetarists argue there is a close link between the money supply and inflation. Therefore, controlling money supply can control inflation. The third one, supply side policies. Efficiency of the economy, putting downward pressure on long-term costs. Next, fiscal policy. A higher rate of income tax could reduce spending, demand, and inflationary pressures. The last one, wage controls. Trying to control wage could, in theory, help to reduce inflationary pressures. However, apart from the 1970s, it has been rarely used. We can conclude that there is a negative relationship between unemployment and economic growth, but on the other hand, inflation has a positive impact on economic growth. That's all from our group. Thank you.
Bye.